Good morning. I need to replace my camera battery already. Okay, hi, good morning. Welcome back. I missed you guys. January has been so busy. It's the start of a new year. Happy New Year, by the way. It's halfway through January already. I started college. I recorded my my first morning, and it was super chaotic because I was like needing to get situated. Good morning. I should clean my background. Good enough. We're planning on completely redoing this room, but in the meantime, this is what it's looking like. It's my first day of college today. I have class in 7 minutes. For some reason, I like to torture myself, and now I have a 7 a.m. class.
The direction we were moving was clear now. Without wanting it, without even knowing it.
Jelian, Mercado.
I'm here. Yeah! That took all the courage in me to say that. I didn't buy a notebook, and I found this in my stuff. Look, beautiful unicorns. So this is what I'm gonna be using for school notes. I also have my iPad, so we're good.
We were becoming a gang.
My first class is at 7 in the morning, and I decided to do college online, but not fully online. So it is fully online. Some people can do it online to where they can just pace themselves at whatever pace they want to go at. I have to go to the class at a certain time. I have to join the Zoom call, and I chose it that way because I haven't been in college for a long time. I haven't been in school for a long time, and I feel like I need that guidance to begin with, because I don't feel like I can properly discipline myself to do all my work and like to learn the things that I need to learn on my own, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm doing. My first class is at 7 a.m., meaning that I have to wake up very, very early so I can get everything under control. And then my next class is at 9, so I have like an hour between those. They're very short classes. They're 15-minute classes. And I'm only taking 2 right now. So this semester I'm taking 3, but these 2 are the first ones, and then the second one starts in a few months because it's like a mini class. It's supposed to be very easy, but I had said that I was gonna do 4, and then everybody was like, don't do 4, you're literally gonna burn out, like, and you haven't been in school for so long, it's gonna be really hard. So I took that advice, and I was like, I'm gonna take these 2 and then this one that's like a shorter class. I'm very glad that I did it that way. I have class 3 days a week. It's been an adjustment because I'm like, I have to do homework and quizzes, but I'm getting that degree, guys. Before we get into the rest of this video, I want to thank Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. If you don't already know what Scentbird is, basically it's a subscription service, and you get to choose a new designer fragrance every month for just $17. What's great about it is that it's very flexible, so you can skip any month without penalties, and you can also add extra fragrances every month, like 2 or 3 products a month. And with each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply, and this is what it looks like. Oh my god, so cute. There are over 600 fragrances to choose from, and they have perfumes, colognes, they also have unisex options, and their designer brands include like Gucci, Versace, indie labels such as Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. I am such a scent girl, and oftentimes I find myself that I buy a full bottle of perfume and I don't absolutely adore it, so I never reach for it anymore, and then I buy a new one. I feel like this is the perfect way to try a fragrance, because even if you don't love how it smells, it's not a huge commitment. Also, the packaging is just so cute, and you can fit these in your bag, in your purse. This just makes it so easy to carry around. Whether you want to carry around 1 or all 4, you wouldn't be able to do that with regular perfume size bottles, and they lock so you won't make a mess. And this is just such a fun way to discover new fragrances. You also get to take a quiz, and then they recommend you some that you might like. I love applying my fragrance after the shower, like directly after, without my clothes on or anything, because I just feel like after you're freshly moisturized, it stays so much better that way. I love all the perfumes that I got this month, but my top 2 would have to be Parfums de Marly Delina, which is a sensual floral fragrance. It has notes of Turkish rose, rhubarb, vanilla, cashmere, and peony, as well as Skylar Midnight Moon, which is a more citrusy, woody type of scent. It has notes of sparkling mandarin, Italian bergamot, cranberries, earthy woods. It's so good. I feel like this is such a variety of fragrances for the month. I'm very excited. There's nothing better than getting compliments on the way that you smell. Head on over to Scentbird. The link will be in my description box. And right now you can use the code Jelian55 for 55% off your first fragrance. That's only about $8 for your first month, and it's available in the US and Canada. And thank you again, Scentbird, for sponsoring this video. Anyway, I'm doing my makeup today because I want to go take some content, some pictures. I'm just learning how to balance my life now. This morning I spent it cleaning my entire house. I have a pile of clothes there that I have to put away. I just have to find a space for them in my closet, but other than that, I cleaned the entire bathroom, like deep cleaned everything. I'm like halfway done with my laundry and it's 1 o'clock. I'm very proud of myself. I feel very productive. I did classes early this morning and I feel good. I'm using this Rare Beauty foundation. I don't really use this often, only because I couldn't find it. I knew I had it somewhere, I just didn't know where, and I just found it under my sink. And I'm just needing something more full coverage. I usually wear like the Rare Beauty BB cream, but that's not doing it for me because I'm still breaking out, except that I just went on a higher percentage of retinol, and I started that like maybe 3 days ago, so hopefully that helps with my acne. The Rare Beauty concealer, I'm almost out of it, and I know that I'm gonna buy it again because it's the best ever. I feel like I prefer this over the Kosas one, but maybe it's because I got the wrong shade in the other one. So I don't really use it as much. It's very orange on me. Oh, I dyed my hair, by the way, yesterday. If you couldn't tell, I went blonder. Totally not on purpose. Like, I wasn't expecting to be this blonde at the end of it, but I don't hate it. And it's funny because I just said that I wanted to go back to my natural color, like on Instagram. I was like, should I go back? I was just thinking about it. Even though I had just dyed my hair in September, it's been a while actually, like 4-ish months. But then I was like, no, like let me just enjoy this blonde for a little while longer because I have it and I know that I'm always like going back and forth with my hair. I think it's just so fun to change your hair. But this, like, I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I've never been this blonde. I was pretty blonde at one point actually, but this looks almost white up here. Lately, I've been using this Rare Beauty brush. I've been using it, blush. I've been using it for a while. It's in the shade Nearly Mauve. It's like a cream blush. And then I put on the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm in the shade Peachgasm. So it's like a blush slash highlighter, and I do 2 little dots. And I feel like it adds the perfect glow to my face. And you know how they always say to like add more blush, like don't be afraid to over blush. You guys know we talk a lot about mental health and therapy and all kinds of things on this channel. I've talked about Mateo's journey, and I've always talked about my own journey with mental illness. So it would only be right if we talk about this, about what's currently going on in our lives, and that is couples therapy. And I'm not doing this as like a shock factor, like oh my god, they're going to couples therapy, they must have so many issues. I think I over powdered my face just now. There's a little puff that Alex Earl uses. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm doing this more so like I wanted to talk about it because I think that it should be normal to go to couples therapy, no matter what. Like even if your relationship is healthy but you have some differences. In our case, we really wanted to go because we've been talking a lot about marriage and getting engaged and all that good stuff, right? We've been together for almost 3 years, which is so crazy to me because honestly it sounds like a long time to me because I think this is my longest relationship ever. Well, I don't think, like it definitely is my longest relationship ever. But I feel like our relationship has gone through a lot. I feel like in those 3 years, we both definitely made our mistakes and we've clashed a lot in a lot of ways. And I feel like we have healed a lot. Like we have fixed our relationship on our own a ton, which is good. It's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to work through conflict. That's how you know a relationship is working. I got something in my eye. But I feel like it's necessary for everybody to go to couples therapy if you're thinking about getting married, because you just never know. You just never know what can happen, and if you do have your differences, it's good to go and see if it's even a good idea to get married, if it's even possible to work it out. We only done one session and it was pretty good. And I feel like, I don't know, not to expose our relationship, but we are both very different in the way we communicate or the way we handle arguments. And I feel like that's pretty common. Like, those are pretty common problems. Obviously you do need to be mostly on the same page before marriage. Otherwise, it's just never gonna work. Like, you're always just going to keep coming back to that place where you just don't know how to work things out. And it's not even like the issues are that big. It's just the problem solving skills that we're just very different in that way. So that's our lives right now. I need to finish my makeup off camera because I need to go get Mateo from school, and I'm taking way too long talking to you guys and trying to do my makeup because I just can't do it all at once. Like, I already messed up that wing. Guys, I had some more content for this video, like it's just a life update, but I had other clips and they disappeared off the face of the planet. But I am glad to be back in this space with you. It's been like 2 weeks since I last posted, but it's been a roller coaster of a month. I feel like January has been extremely long. But here's another update. I got nightstands. It feels like an official room now. Like, this is what being an adult feels like. It means that you get nightstands. This is not my blanket. This is my jacket. My room feels so cozy now, and I got a hatch, the alarm that I think went viral on TikTok. This is my nightstand setup. Don't look at that. I put my crystals up here, a little candle, and my hatch, which has been a lifesaver. This is the best thing I have ever bought, and at night I turn it on to like the rain sounds because it's my favorite ever. It has a bunch of sounds though. Hi! The only thing about it is that it is really expensive for an alarm. Even though it does a lot, I do love it. And the light in the morning, so the whole thing about it is that it's supposed to wake you up with like natural sunlight, like it mimics sunlight, and it has different settings and different like colors, and it's actually really bright and it's really good. And now that I have to wake up at 6 in the morning for class, it's still dark outside at that time, so it's been helping me a lot. But yeah, it is really expensive. And then on top of that, you do have to pay a membership, like either a yearly one or a monthly one, I think, which it kind of sucks because you're already paying for so much money for that. I will say I don't regret it. It's probably one of the best purchases I've ever made because I do struggle so much with waking up. Valeria is not the same. She wakes up, no problem, like her alarm goes off and she is up and in the shower immediately. I am not like that at all. It takes everything in me to wake up in the mornings, and I've always been that way. I'm gonna demonstrate because this thing is wonderful. So at night you have like your schedule, you unwind, and it plays like a little sound and the light. I have Stormy Night for that. Clearly I love rain sounds. And then to sleep, I have a thunder sound. You can also have the light to sleep, but I like sleeping in complete darkness. And then I have my alarms. This is the morning one. I love it. I think the light turns on like 15 minutes before you wake up, like before the alarm goes off. It's so good. Mateo also has a hatch, the kids one, which I think is cheaper, but he's had it for like 3 years. We use it every single night. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. The next one will definitely be a vlog, but I wanted to catch up with you guys. So I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next one.
Please subscribe. Bye, Ugly.